Hi there. So how do you transform your local community into a cutting-edge microgrid energy powerhouse company? So what if your community could generate, store, and manage its own renewable energy while reaping tax benefits, cutting costs, and reducing its environmental impact? You can do this by becoming a microgrid energy company powered by solar panels, liquid-cooled batteries, small form-factor wind turbines, and innovative EV solutions. You can revolutionize local energy use and empower your community. By transitioning to a microgrid means harnessing solar power, wind energy, and advanced energy storage to keep your community resilient and less dependent on the central grid. Liquid-cooled batteries ensure efficient energy storage, maintaining optimal performance and temperature, even during peak demand. These batteries extend the system's lifespan and maximize energy utilization. Add shared community EVs run as a company car scheme and it will reduce the need for individual ownership, slashing costs and emissions. The community electric bus and EVs also double as a vehicle-to-grid asset, providing backup power to the community's battery storage when demand spikes. It's not just a bus and a car, it's an extension of your microgrid's shared battery capacity and allows you to use community transport in ways we could only dream of before. Let's discuss exporting surplus energy. Exporting surplus energy to the national grid can generate income, but export limitations need careful planning under ENA G99 and G100 frameworks. G99 is necessary for systems over 16 amp per phase, ensuring grid safety and stability. Your microgrid must meet these technical requirements for exporting larger volumes of electricity. The G100 export limitation allows your system to export only as much electricity as the grid can safely handle, ensuring no overload, as unfortunately, our aging grid infrastructure will probably be an ongoing problem for the foreseeable future. G100 and API EMS management in our battery system automatically sorts that. Smart energy management systems can help dynamically control export limits, optimizing both revenue and compliance. Okay, so despite these limitations, exporting surplus energy under the Smart Export Guarantee, or SEG for short, can still provide a steady income stream. You can use energy monitoring tools to ensure compliance, and hey, we already throw one in for free that works with Government Grid API to maximize exports without breaching regulations. That's if the grid can take it. So how to claim tax relief on investments in renewable technologies like solar panels, wind turbines, batteries, and EV charging infrastructure? Well, if you innovate with energy management systems, battery optimization, or V2G solutions, you can reclaim significant development costs. Company EVs and buses are eligible for reduced tax rates, which is an attractive incentive for transitioning to electric. This helps to sell renewable generated electricity to external customers at a much lower cost than traditional suppliers by exporting surplus energy to the grid under the SEG scheme. Offering EV charging services for additional income is also a great way of earning money as well as lowering costs for other local citizens. By generating clean energy locally, you cut your carbon footprint while providing the community with energy security. With wind, solar, and battery storage working in harmony, you can weather grid outages and reduce reliance on fossil fuels. Cheap or better still free with a tidy income on top is the smart move for all communities. This isn't just about energy, it's about creating a future-proof model for sustainability, where shared resources mean lower bills for everyone, for Bob and Vera next door, to all the new EV users and customers using your renewable energy supply. With local generation and storage, your community gains energy independence, shielding you from rising electricity prices. You can start with a few houses and eventually expand to the whole neighborhood or even local businesses. With rising energy costs, government incentives for renewables, and the urgent need to reduce emissions, I think there's no better time to act. Becoming a microgrid energy company allows your community to lead the charge in innovation, sustainability, and energy efficiency, while saving you a bob or two. So, do you want to know how to do this? If you're still listening, let me explain. Turning a community microgrid into an energy company involves several strategic, legal, and operational steps. Here's how you can transform your microgrid into a formal energy company. First, define the business model and decide on the type of energy company you want to become. There are several options, and I recommend looking at the following. An energy services company, or ESCO, provides energy management, storage, and optimization services. Or you can be a renewable energy provider, focuses on generating and selling renewable energy, potentially offering EV charging services as an added value. Next, you have to choose a legal structure to become a recognized energy company. To do this, you need to register a suitable business structure. For most companies, a limited company is the standard choice for profit-oriented energy companies. Some companies also chose to be a limited liability company, or LLC. There are also options to set up a community interest company, which is ideal for community-focused initiatives, ensuring profits are reinvested for social benefits. Similar is a cooperative society where members collectively own the company and share the profits. Next, we have to obtain licenses and accreditations so we can operate as an energy supplier in the UK. These are the steps you need to do. You need to apply for a supply license from Ofgem if you intend to sell electricity directly to customers. Then attain a Smart Export Guarantee (SEG) accreditation by registering your microgrid to earn revenue from exporting surplus energy to the grid. For the smaller community-based models, there are license-light schemes that allow smaller suppliers to partner with larger licensed suppliers, reducing regulatory burdens. So what do we need to build our infrastructure and capabilities to develop the technical and operational capacity to function as an energy company? You will need to install smart meters to measure consumption and generate accurate bills. Implement energy management software, or EMS, to manage storage, distribution, and load balancing. We happen to include that in the battery. Well, there's a coincidence. This is optional, but as part of the energy jigsaw puzzle and to reduce costs for everyone, we do suggest this. Add an EV company car scheme and a community bus. This will reduce all your travel costs significantly and give you amazing flexibility for travel. For the generation side, you don't have to do everything all at once, though it's a good idea to just go for it. But you require the option to scale up and balance your renewable generation assets capacity. You can always add more solar panels, batteries, and low dB wind turbines that don't require planning permission at a later date. So how do we identify ways to monetize your energy company to create a revenue stream? There are several ways to do this. You can sell electricity to non-community members and external customers, which will increase revenue significantly. Earn income through the SEG or power purchase agreements, PPAs, for surplus energy exported to the grid. Provide EV charging services to generate additional revenue. Offer charging as well as other services to optimize energy use for customers, potentially reducing their costs. Take advantage of tax breaks and incentives for energy companies with capital allowances claims for investments in renewable technology, batteries, and charging infrastructure. You can also claim R&D tax credits if developing innovative energy solutions by applying for credits to offset the R&D costs. Okay, let's talk funding. You can secure funding to grow your energy company with community shares by raising capital by selling shares to community members, or apply for government or local grants for renewable energy projects. It's now very easy to access green financing options specifically for renewable energy and microgrid projects. There really are a lot of ways to raise capital, and most microgrids that are energy companies will break even within 2 to 4 years. Your company will have to comply with energy market regulations to meet sustainability targets set by Ofgem or local authorities. You will have to safeguard customer data used for billing and energy management within data protection laws. Ensure health and safety standards in your energy infrastructure meet all legislative safety requirements. By creating a strong business plan with a brand name and identifying as a community-driven energy company, the marketing side of attaining finance will be easy. Highlighting sustainability, affordability, and overall community benefits, including cost savings and the transfer to electric vehicles, will help you attract customers, funding, and partnerships with local councils and organizations to build your credibility. You should plan for long-term scalable growth to expand your microgrid energy company to include additional homes or businesses further down the line as a company roadmap. It's well worth diversifying energy sources and offering advanced energy solutions such as heat pump integration or smart home technology. Okay, there are export considerations if part of your energy is exported. This will have tax implications as most of the revenue from energy exports is taxable, but it can often be offset by operational costs and capital allowances. Services like grid support and balancing or frequency response services to the national grid are also taxable, but supporting the grid can often bring in a good additional income, and like most energy companies, you will be entitled to earn a profit. We offer a good selection of liquid-cooled batteries from 96 kilowatt-hours to 5 megawatt-hours, plus the knowledge to help you do this. We also think small energy companies with up to 5 megawatt-hours of solar and storage will work rather nicely with the larger 10 megawatt and upward projects, as we need both types to keep the lights on. So, what's the cost of becoming an energy company in the UK? And what's the ongoing charges once you have set up your LLC or limited company? Here's a breakdown. Registering with Ofgem as an energy company in Great Britain involves obtaining the appropriate license, with application fees varying and based on the specific activities your company intends to undertake. Here are the license types and associated fees. The electricity generation license is required for entities generating electricity for supply. The application fee for an electricity generation license is £500. Next, you require an electricity supply license, which is necessary for companies supplying electricity to consumers. The application fee for an electricity supply license is £1,050. Next, you require an electricity distribution license. This is required for operating electricity distribution networks. The application fee for an electricity distribution license is £1,050. So how do we apply to be an electric company? Firstly, prepare the relevant application form, providing detailed information about your company's structure, operational plans, and financial standing. Submit the application and supporting documents via email to licensing@ofgem.gov.uk or by post to Industry Codes and Licensing, 10 South Colonnade, Canary Wharf, London, E144PU. Pay the application fees, which should be paid via BACS or CHAPS to Ofgem's designated account. You need to ensure the payment is made promptly, as the application will not be processed until the fee is received. Please note, once your energy company is set up and trading, there are ongoing fees beyond the initial application fee. Licensed companies are subject to annual fees, which vary based on the scale and nature of operations. There are some exemptions for small-scale generators, or specific activities may qualify for license exemptions. It's advisable to consult Ofgem's guidance to determine eligibility. For comprehensive details on the application process, required documentation, and fee structures, as always with this kind of project, you should refer to those who know better, in this case ask Ofgem, for official guidance documents. Please note that fees and processes are subject to change, so regularly consult Ofgem's official website or contact their industry codes and licensing team for the most current information. Okay, so as a licensed energy company in Great Britain, you'll be subject to ongoing fees payable to Ofgem, the Office of Gas and Electricity Markets. These fees are designed to cover Ofgem's operational costs and are apportioned among licensees based on specific criteria. Annual license fees are payable each year. Ofgem calculates the total costs to be recovered from licensees, which include its operational expenses and contributions to other relevant organizations. These costs are then allocated among licensees based on factors such as the number of customers served or the scale of operations. There is a minimum license fee of £500 per year. If the calculated fee based on your operations is less than this amount, it will be rounded up to £500. License fees exceeding the £500 minimum are typically payable twice a year. Ofgem provides detailed invoices outlining the amounts due and the payment deadlines. The fees are determined based on Ofgem's budgeted costs, which are approved by Parliament. These costs are apportioned among licensees according to specific principles, such as the amount of customers served or the scale of the licensed activity. For the most accurate and up-to-date information on ongoing fees, it's advisable to consult Ofgem's official publications or contact their licensing team directly before you create your microgrid energy company. I do hope this has been useful. Let me know your thoughts, and let's save some money.